Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Yes, Linux is an operating system that I do recommend. Not to everybody, of course, and I know that some of you out there use Linux as your operating system. I do not. I do have Linux CDs, live CDs. I love a live CD, and that is typically started as an image file that you download, an ISO file that can be burnt to a regular old CD popped in the drive, and then when you reboot your machine, instead of your machine booting into whatever operating system you have, it'll read the disk, as long as your computer can boot up from a CD-ROM or DVD. It'll read the disk and then run Linux from memory without writing to the hard drive. It's kind of nice. Live CDs have been around for a while. Knoppix kind of made the whole idea of a live CD quite popular. And there are ways that you can even put Linux distribution on a USB flash drive. It's kind of nice. That's how I have chosen to experience Linux. If I do, if I carry these disks around with me, I know I've got some troubleshooting tools that come on Linux if I can't get Windows to work on a machine, or if I want to install Linux anywhere, I can take a live CD with me. I also run Linux virtual machines, VMware appliances, and I love those because then it's really easy to mess with. But you can't get all the special effects like Compiz Fusion and everything on a virtual machine, but you can potentially on a live CD. The problem that I've seemingly always had with these live CDs for Linux is that when they're built, they include things that I would never include. Or I wish they would include things that I want to have included. And then they don't look right, and the usernames aren't customizable. I mean, it's just not a very custom experience. So I got an email today, actually a series of them, from Aaron Daub, and he sent me a link. It was the wrong URL. He used the wrong... we went back and forth like 15 times, I swear. And finally, he got me the right link, and that's custom.nimblex.net. It's very important. Custom.nimblex.net. Nimblex.net. What you can do here is you can build and customize your own live CD. Now, it's not going to have everything that's available in the world of Linux, but for the most part, you're going to get exactly what you want and exactly what you need. All the way down, you're not going to believe this, all the way down to choosing your default wallpaper or wallpapers that go onto that live CD, including your username, including the volume at which the controller is set on boot. It's amazing. I could not believe it. When I was trying it, I was like, there's no way. And it's easy. Even if you don't know anything about Linux, this is a great way to start. So it says, welcome to the custom Nimblex live CD generator. Press next. Do you want minimal, custom, or recommended? You can go custom. Okay. Select the categories that interest you: office, games, network, graphics, multimedia, system, libraries, and drivers. And then you go through and you select which software that you want installed in these various categories. Open Office. And then as I add different ones, it's really cool. There's a little bar at the top that grows and shrinks. It shows you how much room you have left. There's K-Office, Scribus, which is an open source program for desktop publishing. It'll run on Windows and Mac OS X, not just Linux. Dia, which is like a Visio program for Linux, so on and so forth. PDF edit, then you can go to the games. You've got your network stuff. You got some graphic stuff, including GIMP and Inkscape. You got media items, including FFmpeg, which will help you decode certain types of media files, video files, or audio files that you may download. Wine, that's more of the system stuff. Man pages, good for documentation. Gparted, Java. I mean, it just gives you everything that you might possibly need, including drivers for printers, scanners, the NVIDIA desktop, and Wi-Fi. And then when you're done, you can choose your wallpaper here. So I'm going to choose Penguin wallpaper, set my default sound volume. I can set my KDE startup sound volume. Do I like that sound or that sound? You can choose your startup sound too, not just the volume. There's the exit sound. Ooh, you can even set a boot audio greeting, including your own custom greeting. Click Next, configure your root account, configure your new account, click Next, select the language you want to use, in the KDE, and that would be the desktop environment. We'll go with English for me. And then when it's done, it says you selected all these modules. Here's all the information. Are you sure you want us? I say, yep. And then you press the button, and it'll give you a link where you can download the ISO. It's that easy. It is that easy. And I could not believe that it took the Linux community this long to create an experience just like that. Out of all the live CDs I've ever used, this would have to be my favorite because I could customize it before I burn it and make it permanent. I love that. That's awesome. I want to see more of that kind of experience. And it was very user-friendly to do. It didn't just say, here's this. No, it explained what that particular program, that utility was, why it might be important. It really is a helpful experience if you want to start with Linux, and if you want to start with a live CD distribution. I wouldn't be surprised if other live CD distribution, I guess, what would you call them, enthusiasts, take after this same model of building the live CD experience based on a certain amount of parameters. It's a lot of fun. So give it a shot. It's custom.nimblex.net. And thanks again to Aaron for finally getting me the right link, because I was indeed impressed. I'd never heard of this before. I don't know how long it's been around. Very, very cool. Thumbs up. And, you know, it's hard not to like Linux. It really is. I mean, is it for me? Not always. But it's hard not to like something that's open source, because what are you complaining about? Seriously. There's nothing to complain about. My email address is chris@pirillo.com, and if you do pass me a link, no matter what it's about, whether it's about Linux or Windows or OS X or the internet, whatever you want to pass along, just give me the right link the first time. I really would appreciate it so I don't have to kind of chase the link. You're also welcome to stop by the chat room, which is pretty much open all the time. And yes, people in the chat room like talking about Linux. They like talking about their own default operating system. In fact, if I ask this live chat room what their operating system is, their primary operating system, they'll respond right away. Because you see, I am streaming this video live as I'm recording it. That's kind of what separates the videos that we do from a lot of the videos that everybody else does. I mean, most everybody just does this. Yeah, I was on the, street the other day, and I saw, there was a thing called Linux, and I saw it in the window, or, even worse, they'll edit the video in a jump cut fashion, where they'll say something, and then they'll jump over here, and they'll keep talking, and then they'll jump over here, and they'll keep talking. Yeah, we've seen it. It's old, okay? Everybody needs to start doing live video. You know what I mean? I love it! That's just me. I also love you. In a very platonic, you know, just friend fashion. I'm getting out of this one. Anyway, streaming live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in conjunction with this chat room at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.